We are less than 3 days away to the NFL season, baby. Let's fucking go.
All right.
Yeah, smooth intelligence, lyrical rhyme element. MIC, yo, everything is straight pureness, everything real is right here. Faking no jacks, the flavor's real right here. Pureness, everything real is right here. Faking no jacks, the flavor's real right here.
Happy Friday and welcome to another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS here on the AET Sports Network. We are your hosts, Eagle Jeff Warner, alongside Peanut here. And look, ladies and gentlemen,
It's here.
We are less than 3 days away. Sorry, less than 2 days away. Less than 2 days away until the start of the 2023 Philadelphia Eagles season. And it's revenge time. We're ready to run it back. We have that salty taste in our mouth from losing Super Bowl 57, whatever the fuck the Super Bowl was this past year.
It's 57, I believe.
Yeah.
I think
I'm getting too old. I'm getting too senile. But look, we have a lot to get into, dive into, break down, give you our thoughts on this Sunday's game against the Hoodie in Foxborough against the New England Patriots. And we'll give you our thoughts on the Eagles 2023 season, give you a little season preview, and tell you where we think the Philadelphia Eagles will land come end of the 2023 season. But first, let's pay some bills, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant in Allentown. Again, you can visit their website at vinnyspizzapa.com. They're available for takeout or delivery, 610-395-2300, located off the Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center. And they have a lot of great football specials for you this coming season. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday specials. You have the 2 large pizzas plus 20 wings. 20 wings for $21.95. Large pizza, stromboli, 2 cheesesteaks, knots, 2-liter soda for a very low price of $49.99. Large pizza, 10 wings. You see it all there. Again, hit them up, pick up or delivery, Vinny's Pizza off Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center. Tell them that we sent you guys on over. Look, football season here. You need some grub, have a party, especially the opening weekend of the season. Hit up Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant. I'd like to thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills in Allentown, also off Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center. Order by calling 484-274-6760 or visit stufftothegrills.com for their full menu and weekly and monthly specials. Make sure to check them out. Again, if you have a party, maybe pizza's not your thing. Nothing against Vinny's. They have tremendous food, but not everyone's all about the pizza. So if you're looking for sandwiches, you're looking for some special or great desserts, hit up Stuff to the Grills in Allentown off Iroquois Trail. Again, stufftothegrills.com. I'd like to thank our friends and one of our new sponsors, AllState Insurance Agency, Deborah Sigler, LLC. You can hit her up. Get a quote today by calling 610-395-6100. They specialize in auto insurance. They specialize in renter's insurance, home insurance, bike insurance, almost any type of insurance you may ever need. She can specialize you and give you the best deal possible. Ask Peanut, for instance.
I have her as my insurance.
Exactly. They were getting raped in the ass by another company for their auto insurance. Look, I'll say when you have kids, of course, those rates might be a little bit higher because of the risk, but Deborah does the job. Her and her team make sure to dive into the numbers to give you great coverage at a low, affordable price. So make sure you hit her up, tell them that we sent you on over. She's also located off the Iroquois Trail in the Old Town Shopping Center.
Let's go.
What else do we have here? Look, Philly Sports Trips. Unfortunately, if you missed out on the Jets game, it's sold out. We have sold out the Jets game, so that is no longer an option. But if you missed out on looking to come with us, AET Birds, AET Sports Network, to Washington to see the Commanders, October 29th in Washington, Landover, wherever the fuck you want to call it. Go to phillysportstrip.com. There's very limited seating left on our bus. from Allentown. Make sure to choose the Allentown location if you are from the Lehigh Valley. For one affordable price, you get the ticket, you get the transportation from Allentown and back and forth. So look, you don't have to worry about driving, you don't have to worry about wasting gas, sitting in traffic. You get to sit in parking. You get to sit in the luxurious bus that we will be driving on with the rest of Eagles Nation. And plus, you get the full tailgate experience with Eagles Nation, with the food and drink and much more. So again, phillysportstrip.com. Only a few seats left for that.
Yeah, no waiting in line for a porta potty, man.
No waiting in line. So look, ladies and gentlemen, the season is here. The Philadelphia Eagles still are coming off. Look, we were NFC champions, but look, the second place is the first place, whatever that fucking saying is. We lost. We didn't win this championship. We didn't finish the season with the ultimate goal. But look, it's a very promising season for the Philadelphia Eagles this coming year.
Yeah, it is.
They got their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, locked up for the foreseeable future. They still have the weapons at their disposal in another year in this offense. Granted, I understand we have new coordinators on the offensive side and the defensive side of football.
Right.
So there has been some change. We have some change with the starters. So, Peanut, give us your thoughts. How do you foresee this season shaping up? What are some things maybe you're worried about, something that can hold this team back? And again, make sure you're following, liking, subscribing, leave your comments. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to know what you think of this upcoming season and where you see the Philadelphia Eagles ending up. Peanut.
I think like depth in some key defensive positions, I think, scare me a little bit. Excuse me. That's a concern of mine, especially the linebacking core. Ultimately, I want to see if this team can come in and compete at the same level that they competed last year, especially in the NFC East. The NFC East is no cakewalk. Remember, they used to call us the NFC least or whatever that was. Now we're at a point where all these teams are vying for that number one position, not just in the NFC East, from the NFC East, but in the NFC period. So I want to see if they go into this season with the same kind of dog mentality. I want to see if Nick Sirianni can. It's hard to say like take it up a notch because they've already taken that notch step. So I want to see. Honestly, Nick Sirianni to me is the most important part of the puzzle. Let's see how it gels together. People making fun of me.
Yeah, your wife on here.
There was a frog in my throat. Phlegm.
I'll say appreciate Michael Valerio. One of our, besides our family, appreciate our wives. But look, Mike Valerio's chiming in on here.
That's my boy, right?
He loves AT Sports Network. He's loves Philly Sports Trips. Philadelphia fan base, the best fan base in the league. He's coming in here saying they have great picks to replace those who have left.
Yeah.
Depth. Whatever he has great depth, which I agree, but there's but there's still certain position, there's still certain things that you want the best team possible, not just from your starters. You want those role players, you want that supporting cast.
Yeah.
And normally Howie has always found a way to hit on those role players, whether it's through free agency, through trades. And they always found like those guys that are ready on those ready prove it type of deals that were able to come in here and make an impact. And look, Rashad Penny might be that guy. There's a couple guys we brought in this season, and I agree with Michael. Look, they made a splash by bringing in Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
They got Kelly Ringo. They have made some great decisions in the offseason to put them right back into the place of contending for a Super Bowl. And I agree with you. Look.
Yeah. You agree with me?
The rest of the NFC.
What's the timestamp?
The rest of the NFC right now are headhunters. They're going after the Philadelphia Eagles.
100%.
They are right now amongst the media. Most of the NFL fan bases most of them see the Eagles as the team to beat in the NFC. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great teams. Look, you still have the 49ers who were in the NFC Championship game last season, and who knows what could have happened if they didn't lose their starting quarterback early in the game.
True.
You always have the Dallas Cowboys, hate to say it, but they're always a preseason contender for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Detroit Lions last night, beating the defending Super Bowl championship Kansas City Chiefs, which I'll put a little asterisk on there. They were without Travis Kelce, and if they had anything better wide receiving core than fucking Kadarius Toney, they might actually win that football game. But when it's all said and done, the Detroit Lions were a team that a lot of people had expectations for, but they didn't know if they were able to make the next step. You didn't know if Dan Campbell was going to be able to take that team to the next level.
Yeah.
And in an NFC North that might not be that strong. They're now without Aaron Rodgers. You don't know what you have with Jordan Love with the Green Bay Packers.
Correct.
Justin Fields, can he make that next level in his game? Kirk Cousins, look, he had a tremendous season last year.
He always has tremendous seasons.
Does can that team put a full squad together for 17 games to contend in that division? So look, Detroit Lions might be a team the Eagles might be seeing in the NFC playoffs if we can get that far.
If we can get that far. Yeah, I'm telling you, we might have 11, 12 wins and might not make the playoffs if all goes the way it went last year. So we'll see.
Mike chime in. This isn't 1997. Feels good to know we are at least in the talks. It's the NFL.
Yeah.
It's the NFL things. Yeah, and if anything can change quickly.
Well said, yeah.
There's a major injury, a surprise player that impacts the rest of the league that comes from nowhere. Someone has a rebound season. Look, I'm not saying I'm not like the dude from, I think, one of the freaking sports talk shows that had the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was dead fucking serious.
Yeah.
I think it was Nick Wright saying that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to go 20-0, and they lost the first game. They lost fucking week 1. But look, I'm finally ready to see the Philadelphia Eagles make a name for themselves. Yes, we're coming off a Super Bowl losing season, but last year all we heard was the excuses that, look, they had an easy schedule. They didn't play anyone good. I'm ready for this team to make an impact and make a statement for this season with the teams that we're playing. We're not going up against some cupcake schedule. We finally have a first-place legitimate schedule, and if we can show the rest of the league and the rest of the world that this team has a chance to go 13-4, 14-3, the number one seed, and show that that Jalen Hurts is the truth. He's the answer. He's the man. Him and Nick Sirianni are giving us a Super Bowl contending team.
Good segue
to win for a Super Bowl. Oh, we're bringing the Hurts meter back?
We're bringing the Hurts alert back. We're going to keep it. We're down where we at in Super Bowl
Super Bowl bound. I'm fucking right there. We're starting there on top.
We stayed there all last season. That thing did not move.
I don't think it was all last season.
Nah, I think it was all last season.
We were in purple.
Maybe in the middle.
We were in the purple for a little bit.
So for those that are new to the show, we have a thing here. It's called the Hurts alert, and we'll track his progress throughout the season. And if it's bad, you'll see it go to the yellow, orange, and red section. But if he stays good, he'll be in the blue and green section. So pay attention to this Hurts alert. Right now, we are in the green. Let's go.
Mike, I have a question. Does our offense come out slow week 1? No preseason reps, no QB reps in preseason. Starting week 1 QBs were 3-8 last year, week 1, which it's definitely a cause for concern. But I feel Nick Sirianni has this team up to par. He has them focused. He has them ready for the start of the season. We had those private scrimmage matchups with it's not like in front of a crowd, but they did sort of put a scrimmage in a game against opposing teams in the NovaCare complex or on the road in a private controlled environment.
It's not the same though.
It's not the same. And I just feel Jalen Hurts has grown so much from the year before to last year and now to this coming year, and he has Dallas Goedert. He's bringing back his whole squad at his disposal. You have Devontae Smith, you have AJ Brown, you have those weapons.
Yeah.
The one concerning thing is definitely the offense, the unknown of the offensive line. I understand we consider the Philadelphia Eagles one of the dominant offensive lines in the league, which
on paper,
and they have the potential, but you need to see more from Landon Dickerson. You need to see more from Cam Jurgens. Can Jason Kelce continue to play at the high level he did last year? Through the course of the last couple of years, every year we think he's going to retire. Mailata, I'll say, has shown to be a quality left tackle. Can he continue that? Lane Johnson, he's getting up there in age. He's a guy that hasn't given up his sack, I think, like in 3 or 4 seasons. But he's always injury prone. So there's a lot of factors when it comes to the offense side of football. I don't feel the Philadelphia Eagles is that we have to worry about the offensive side. Granted, last year against Detroit, they struggled. They came out of the gate, and there's definitely a cause for concern because this was a team that still went to the Super Bowl, but week 1 struggled on to get in some type of groove in week 1.
Yeah, but they got in rhythm by the 3rd and 4th.
My cause for concern this upcoming season is you have to worry about the defense. Because look.
I'm a little worried about the defense.
There's a lot of new pieces, and I'm not worried about the offense scoring points. I feel this team has enough firepower to make the moves and go up against any defense in the National Football League.
Okay.
Look at that Super Bowl last year.
Hurts.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Basically he had one incompletion, which was a throwaway in the second half. Granted, it was great game planning by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid to make sure to get rid of the ball quickly and take away the Eagles' dominant pass rush.
Yeah.
But the one thing that we don't talk about in that game,
what's that?
Is how dominant that run offense for the Kansas City Chiefs was in that second half.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have one of the most dominant front four defenses in all the National Football League. The one thing I'm going to be focused on, especially week one, is going to be what can Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis do along that front four there.
They're going to need them. They're going to need them based off of what we have at linebacker right now, which is all question marks. They need to get to the quarterback. And that's the way how he built this team. He built it in the trenches so that everything else will fall in place. It's like a trickle-down economics thing.
Greg chiming, I love this
Shout
city.
out, Greg.
Is there what? I don't know what my wife's talking about. Mike chime in. So they come out fired knowing they wanted reps and want to show up so hard. I agree. As a fan, it's very difficult and I brought up, I think last week or the week or whatever our last show was, that going to the season as a fan, you want to get a taste of what the upcoming season is going to be.
Yeah.
And with preseason, with none of the starters or the full first team offense and defense playing together,
right,
it makes you worrisome. But I'm just trying to base off of last year, and I know you can't base it off things in the past. You only can move forward with things and the matchups now. Because look, like he brought up, the NFL changes so quickly. One team goes from last to first year in and year out.
True.
There's a lot of competition.
Not for long season. That's what it is.
Who scores the first touchdown of the season for the Birds?
Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna go AJ Brown.
I think we're gonna see a lot of running because of no preseason. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna.
David chiming in. It's going to take up to week 4, maybe week 5 to work out some of the kinks, but they'll get rolling around week 8.
They better get that shit done before week 8.
Then I look at my knowledge and say, I agree. Offense always plays catch up week 1 in the NFL. Absolutely.
True.
Hertzler and okay.
But is she? Oh, there is.
Yeah, there's purple on there.
Is there purple? Hold on. Nah, it ain't no purple. That's blue. Or maybe it is.
The lighting makes it look purple.
Yeah, maybe it is purple.
So my apologies. It might have been blue.
Yeah, my apologies, Jenna.
But look, so where do you see what? Look, we've been diving into the season. I know. Whatever. I don't know where I'm going to go with that train of thought, but before we transition to talk about this weekend's game and the rest of the NFL and some of the games going on this week, what do you have the Eagles going this year? What do you have their record as? Where do you see them going?
I see them winning 13 games. I see them, and I see this division, honestly, like, I feel like either the Dallas Cowboys or and I'm gonna say the Commanders, man. Like, everyone's sleeping on the Commanders.
They have no quarterback. There's a lot of unknown with Sam Howell's their quarterback. They have weapons, but if they have no quarterback and we don't know what he can do.
We don't know what he can do. That's the problem. But if he can just manage the game, I mean, they can be a sleeping contender as well. I got us at 13 games. I got us winning the NFC East, but it's a reluctant, like, 13 games. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not stamping it yet. I gotta see what they look like first, week 1, and we'll see what happens. I gotta see the new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, the linebacking core, even the backfield, the cornerbacks and the safeties. I want to see how they play, and after that, I can give you an adjustment of what I think they can do. But I think as of right now, on paper, 13 wins is, I think, our ceiling at that point. I think that's where we're going to get to.
Dave has them going 13-4.
See, he's a smart man.
Javier chiming in. I think we can definitely go undefeated by the time bye week rolls around. And
God damn,
they can, but it's gonna be difficult. Look, I understand the Patriots are a team. I feel the NFL has passed Bill Belichick by, and nothing against his accomplishments, winning those 6 Super Bowls.
Right.
He hasn't been the same since Tom Brady. I think his overall record's like 38-31 without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And look, Mac Jones, he hasn't shown you that he made that next level from being a year 1 starter to year 2, and
now he's
not
right?
Progressing.
Yeah,
and
they haven't given him many weapons though. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick.
They had some weapons, and Belichick, he's supposed to be this genius. This isn't the same Patriots team that we have feared for over a decade when it was Belichick and Tom Brady.
Is Belichick on the hot seat?
But then you have this. I don't think he'll ever be on the hot seat.
He's not. I'm telling you, I think he turns that team around.
I'll say then you have the Minnesota Vikings on a short week. You
Mm.
go on the road then.
Thursday
The
night.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Commanders, your first division game.
Yeah.
On the road against the Rams, the Jets on the road against Aaron Rodgers. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a difficult task. I'm not saying this team is unbeatable, but I feel they can, if they're rolling on all cylinders,
Yeah.
this team has a chance to be unbeatable. But there's
Wow.
always that game. There's always that
like Washington game last year.
there's always that game they struggle or
Yeah.
shit the bed or
Shit
there's
the bed.
always that game where they're supposed to blow them out and they end up
Yeah.
laying an egg. So
Mhm.
I never want to say this team's going to go undefeated. I don't have that type of expectation.
Some people
Do they
are.
have the potential? I feel this is the best, not only the best team the Eagles franchise has ever had.
Okay.
This is the best, and this is the best team in the NFL currently right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. But the undefeated word, man, I don't like using that. I don't even want to go undefeated, honestly. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I don't want to go undefeated.
Dave chiming in. Patriots defense kind of scares me.
Yeah, they scare me too. You know why they scare me? They don't let the big plays. They'll let you dink and dunk them all day long, but they'll lock down those receivers on those deep balls. That's how Bill Belichick plays defense. So I expect a lot of running, a lot of screen plays, and a lot of Jalen Hurts sneaks during the game. Right.
I'll say, Dave chiming in. You think Bradbury is going to shut down Juju? I feel we had one of the best cornerback tandems. It was a very underrated move by Howie to bring back Bradbury. It's a move that we don't discuss very often, or a lot of people are discussing this offseason. Bradbury played extremely well last year. Almost a lot of people considered better than Darius Slay. And you get that tandem back together for another season in a new defensive scheme, which Brandon Graham and a lot of players are very excited about. They feel that new defensive coordinator, Desai. I forgot his last name.
Whatever your name is. Fuck you.
Our new defensive coordinator. I apologize. I suck with names. But that we're going to see a little bit more of aggressive style. Of course, he's very situational. He's not a guy that's going to bring the blitz like Jim Johnson did on every single down. But he's a guy that's not as scared, and he relies on his guys to make plays. And I feel this defense, they're really buying into that. And fuck Jonathan Gannon.
I want to talk about that.
I'm just segueing now that we're talking about the defense side of the ball.
Talk about
the fact that he had that snarky, sarcastic comment that, we lost the Super Bowl because of me. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Who brings an all-out blitz on third down? And I don't even want to get into it.
No, it's all good.
Granted, I'm not saying that's the whole reason why we lost the Super Bowl. Look, Jalen Hurts.
Big reason why we
Jalen
lost
Hurts still turned the ball over for a touchdown that was a huge momentum shifter in the game.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of key penalties, but look, who makes that defensive play call? Okay, enough to the fucking Super Bowl. Game's over.
Yeah. It's a new year. Let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the present and future. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Gannon's been chirping a lot lately, and he's gonna have a seriously bad year. Good luck, Gannon.
I'll say Mike chime in. Hurts won and lost it. I agree.
Yeah. Dave
Lopez, the Eagles will be 3-0 before they lost. Your wife saying the Eagles no way they'll ever go undefeated.
No, I agree with you.
Hit Gonzalez early and often with AJ or Smith. Test him. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a very young defense, and I feel the only way we'll transition a little bit. We've been rambling on for 23 fucking minutes. So all
I can't believe there's people watching this
all
shit.
Those people that watched for the whole 23 minutes. I know we're up to 10, 15, 20 people at one point.
Nice.
Look, thank you everyone for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Listening to schmoes like us talk fucking football on a Friday evening after everyone worked hard at work, except me, of course.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? What is he talking about? But I agree.
But going into this football game, the Eagles, I believe, are a 4 or 5 point favorite. By the way, fuck you, Kansas City again. Placed a $50 bet minus 4.5, end up fucking losing outright because the fucking Lions that win the goddamn football game.
You're a betting man.
I'm trying to, but I'm trying not to.
Nah, I don't bet on football, man. Football is one of those games where every time I bet, it does the opposite. Maybe if I bet, whatever I bet, just bet the opposite, and you'll be winning the whole season, no problem.
Absolutely.
My wife has a problem betting, but we usually
UFC,
yeah.
But
shout out to Laura.
Look, I feel the only way the Philadelphia Eagles are losing this football game is if like I brought up earlier, the one thing that worried us about in that Super Bowl that not a lot of people are talking about was the way our run defense got gashed last year.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have a very unknown in the linebacking core. We don't know what happened with Nakobe Dean.
Yeah.
So and we're bringing
That's what I'm saying. There's more question marks on that defense than people act like. You know
we brought a couple new acquisitions that are going to be starters this year. So it's going to be interesting to see that. I feel the only way the New England Patriots have a chance to win this football game, I'm already sort of giving my prediction already a little early. They're going to have to run the football. They're going to have to test.
Agreed.
Test this Eagles front seven and try to run it with Stevenson, with Ezekiel Elliott, because people seem to forget that Elliott is there now in their running back room.
And we all know how well we do against Elliott. So
because look, I'll say Mac Jones has no chance against this secondary and against this pass rush if the Philadelphia Eagles defense is forcing the New England Patriots in second, third, and longs.
Yeah, if they can stop that run and force them to pass the ball, I feel real strongly about us winning that game. But I think it's going to be sloppy play. I think honestly, I look, with no preseason, I don't expect like a bomb to AJ first play of the game. I think they're going to warm up to the game itself. You'll see a lot of screens, a lot of runs, a lot of RPO.
The Eagles or the Patriots?
For the Eagles, the Eagles offense. I'm sorry. And we keep forgetting about, like, offensively speaking, not to get off topic or anything, but Swift. I mean, I think he's one of those. He's an X factor kind of player. So
it's very interesting that in the first official depth chart last week, they didn't list a starter for the running backs. They have all of them as 1A or A, B, C, and D. So it's very possible either Nick Sirianni is trying to keep that a secret and doesn't want the rest of the NFL know who's going to be the guy, or they're really going to be having this rotation type of out of the backfield, keeping guys fresh and using all four backs, which it's going to be interesting what they do come game day.
I think they're going to go with the hot hand.
Well, obviously,
you know what I mean? Like,
but what I mean is, it's going to be interesting when it comes to the numbers of the 53 of the game day roster,
right? Because
if you're going to have four running backs, and I believe they had Boston Scott listed as the kick return, so he's obviously going to be one active. You have Penny, you have Swift. Is Gainwell is he the odd man out? Do they keep him active as a guy that can catch the ball out of the backfield and make some plays? So that leaves you vulnerable at some other positions.
Yeah. Do you line Gainwell up as a wide receiver in the slot? You know what I mean? There's so many things you can do. And I think that's what they're trying to get at is everything's hybrid now, if you notice. Like,
I was about to bring it up once we were discussing about the roster. The Eagles currently don't have a punter list on the roster.
We're not punting. We're not punting the ball, yo.
Unless Elliott's doing duties, or they do have Sipos on the practice squad, and maybe they activate him tomorrow. I know they try people out. So that's another interesting thing. In a game of field position, look, I know a lot of people don't feel special teams wins or loses football games.
Yes, they do.
It can in certain instances.
Yeah.
And I just don't want
point Super Bowl last year.
Yeah. I'll say Sipos fucking suck it.
There it is. It happens, man.
But it's going to be interesting to see. And I feel my big X factor in this game, and I feel Nick Sirianni has done it just from hearing from the players talk and with the way he's been talking going into this week's game.
Yeah.
Is we can't overlook the New England Patriots.
No.
This is a team that, look, it's the NFL. Any given Sunday, you look at last night, a lot of people, I understand the Detroit Lions are a team on the rise.
Yep.
But they were playing against the defending Super Bowl champions. Granted, without Travis Kelce, I understand that. But the defending Super Bowl champions on the road on the night they unveiled their banner and got their ring. So
yeah, fuck them.
In that hostile environment, look, I'll say they came up big. And look, it's Tom Brady Day. Tom Brady Appreciation Day at halftime with Tom Brady returning to Foxborough to get his recognition. Still retired. I'm fucking shocked.
Thank God.
That he did not come back.
Nah, he don't want to come back.
Well, he's going through a fucking divorce or marriage troubles, whatever it is. So he's a little whipped right now.
He's a little whipped. He ain't whipped. Yeah. he's divorced. He's a little whipped right.
And Johnny brings up a good point too. Look. That Patriots offensive line, they're banged up. They're without their starting right tackle, Calvin Anderson going against Reddick and BG. Look, Mac Jones is going to be on his back a lot of this game.
I hope so.
And you have a head coach that doesn't have he's not a very offensive philosophy type of head coach.
Nah.
He's known for defensive styles, and he's coming from a defensive background.
Yeah.
He has to have a lot of faith in their offensive coordinator to have a great game plan,
Right.
a flawless game plan.
Yeah.
Granted, Mac Jones, he played well down the stretch last year, I believe, 6 touchdowns in the final 3 games with a great QBR. So he going on, ending the season played well, but can he come back this season and continue that?
Yeah. What we got? Let's see what people are saying right now. No shit, Sherlock.
I don't know what that was too. Probably my stupid comment. Whatever. No, absolutely not. Great point. Every team is available for a win. Do you guys remember Reggie White night? Look, I don't even want to fucking talk about that. Fucking got freaking Mike McMahon in there. Look, that season was a goddamn disaster. We don't talk about 2005 anymore.
That was bad.
Gainwell and Swift would be the main factors.
Yeah.
I feel Swift will be. Gainwell will probably get his touches. It's gonna be interesting to see, and I agree with Peanut. It's gonna come with whoever has the best week in practice. It's gonna come back to the best matchups, going into the game that Sirianni feels he can exploit. That's why I feel he hasn't named a specific starter, which if you're a fantasy guy, fucks you over.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
Mike, it was 35-0 at halftime during a snow game. We didn't show up. Absolutely. Yep. Look, we didn't show up, but look, I think our roster is completely depleted at that point. I think we were already without Westbrook. We had Ryan Motes as our starting running back. Mike McMahon was our quarterback with McNabb, where he being out after that Dallas game. The season was shot. Yeah. So, look, it was a horrible night. But Lofa Tatupu, I think, with 3 interceptions, 1 for a pick 6. I can't remember. It was a fucking shitty night. Yeah, Johnny, Lofa Tatupu. Oh, okay. He's saying they may or may not show for Tom Brady, and I agree. But look, Peanut, final few moments. I want to get the fuck out of here. It's Friday night. Peanut wants to go drink hard. I want to get the fuck out of here. Again, appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'll say, look, it's going to be a long season. Hopefully a very delightful and happy season if you're an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Sometimes that sucks, though. Like, if the Eagles are doing too good, you don't come in here. It's like, yeah, you're excited, but what can you critique? What can you discuss? What can you talk about? It's usually always better when it's a goddamn shit show.
No, I totally disagree with that.
For podcasting.
Oh, for podcasting?
Yeah, for podcasting.
Something to bitch about. We need something to bitch. It's hard to not. Yeah, the Hertz alert was supposed to go back and forth all season long, Mike, and that shit did not move.
P.N.O.R.A. drinking hard. You're not wrong here, bro.
Yeah.
Now you're not wrong.
Man, shut up. It's called Birds, Beers, and Bullshit. I'm the beers and bullshit. You're the bird part of it. Bird.
Can't wait for the next chat, fellas. Appreciate it, Mike. So I already gave you my hint. Look, I feel this Eagles team, I have them going to the Super Bowl.
Damn.
Against the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens?
They go. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles go up against their former coach with John Harbaugh. Look, I think Lamar Jackson, if he can stay healthy, can have a magical year. Him and Jalen Hurts, 2 black quarterbacks going in there fighting for the Super Bowl. Two mobile, up-and-coming quarterbacks that have a lot to prove. Jalen Hurts got paid. Can he come and can he go into this season and have the same type of year he had last year with the MVP type of year? We know what Lamar Jackson can do. Yeah. And he has they got some weapons around him. It's a very hidden move. A lot of people aren't talking about Odell Beckham there. Yeah, he's aging, and he's not the same Odell Beckham when he was at the Giants, but I still feel he's a guy that can make an impact and brings, if he can keep his craziness under control, can be a very quality contributor for that Ravens offense.
He's going to be injured by week 4, so
fucking Barrett.
He's going to. Would you take him on your fantasy league?
One of my teams, yeah. Mike Valero, 24-20 Sunday. Oh my God,
that's exactly what my thought was.
That's a little close for me. That's a little close to call. Unless there's some backdoor touchdown late in the game that the Eagles give up. But
I'm telling you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. He said 24. That's exactly what I think it's going to be. I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. I think this is going to be a slugfest. I really it's going to be a trench warfare thing. I don't see Hurts passing over 200 yards in this game. I think he'll run for like 90 yards, but I don't see a lot of sorry, that's for you, Mike. That was sponsored by Yingling. It's going to be a rock'em sock'em game. I think it's going to be closer than people think. It's going to be a running game. You're going to be nervous, and by the 4th quarter, I think that's when we pull away.
Johnny chime in, 28-17 Eagles, and I feel it's going to be a little bit that.
Johnny.
Look, this is an offense that had one of the best seasons in franchise history last year, and I feel they're going to continue that momentum and just continue to light it up this year. I honestly, looking at the schedule, I do not see a defense that can stop us one-on-one or like
one-on-one.
When you look at the matchups,
You mean
when you look at the matchups on paper,
right?
I don't see a defense that can contain this explosive offense. I feel the only thing that is holding back the Philadelphia Eagles from going to the Super Bowl, and in my opinion, winning the Super Bowl, is once again the Philadelphia Eagles themselves. When it's bad penalties, mistakes, turnovers, the Eagles are going to be their own worst enemy, and this. Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, they have the keys to this car. They are the ones. They are the keys to this team. And I know that it's a fucking cop-out because, look, that's how almost every Super Bowl contending team feels.
Yeah.
It's the head coach and the quarterback. But I feel, looking at this team, we don't have faith in Marcus Mariota. We don't need another Chip Kelly situation where, look, he came in here for his first year, took the team to the playoffs, and we had – expectations where Sirianni has now taken the team to the playoffs 2 straight years and had them go to a Super Bowl last year. So
agreed. Sirianni's a great coach. Like let's be honest, nobody thought that shit when he was first hired. Everyone was nervous, but I think we're at the point now where we're like, you know what? All right, the coach is solidified. We have our franchise quarterback. We have our playmakers. Us as Eagle fans, we're waiting for the other foot to drop, and I think that's the biggest problem with assessing the new season. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Dave chiming in. I love the fact that we're prime time, but I hate the fact we only have a couple 1 o'clock. Don't say that to his wife. His wife is loving that. They're not morning goers, so 1 o'clock games kind of suck.
Yeah,
So these 4 o'clock and prime time games, it sucks for work nights if they're late, like the second week against Minnesota. But
like the Thursday night game, I'm gonna have to take off Friday.
Suck it up. Johnny chiming in 3 passing touchdowns and rushing touchdown for Jalen Hurts, and I agree. I feel it's gonna be close early. They're gonna get the kinks in order. And they're going to come back rolling on all cylinders. Just looking at the matchups, the only thing I feel the New England Patriots beat the Philadelphia Eagles in is coaching.
Okay, all right. Well, that's
just because of the respect to Bill Belichick.
Okay.
This is a guy that has been there. He's won 6 Super Bowls, but when you look at the talent on both rosters, the Eagles destroy them massively. And I feel the Eagles are going to come out on top with a decisive, encouraging win over the New England Patriots. I'm going to have it. I'll say 35-20.
Damn. Okay. So you basically you're not going to sweat this whole game.
Maybe early on, like I said, I feel they try to get the kinks out. They might struggle in those first couple of drives until they get in that groove. But there's no stopping Devontae Smith. There's no stopping A.J. Brown. That's secondary for the New England Patriots. They're gonna have their hands full. And then you have Quez Watkins, who some feel is gonna have a bounce back year as your slot receiver with his speed, and Dallas Goedert. Look, it
looks great on paper.
It looks great on paper, and this defense is going to be exciting to see what Jalen Carter can do in his first game in his NFL debut.
Hey, I agree.
Him, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat.
Yeah.
This rotation is got or Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick.
This pass rush and this defense,
they're gonna eat.
It's gonna be nasty.
They're gonna eat.
Dave chiming in 31-17. Look, I think we're all on board. We all agree here. Everyone in the chat, everyone here. Eagles victory Sunday. So hopefully we're going to be talking about an Eagles victory next week and breaking down. We'll see what our schedules per se. We might have, if we don't record till Friday, we'll have a 2-week breakdown a little bit of both games, see what happens. Maybe we'll be talking about a 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles football team. But again, look, we appreciate everyone for tuning in again to another episode of Birds, Beers, and BS here on the AAT Sports Network. We greatly appreciate. Yeah, why are you watching? But who fucking cares? We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing. Hit that notification button every time we go live on the network, whether it's Birds, Beers, and BS, whether it's Chips and Drip back on the network, whether it's Frankly Phils with Adam Mack talking about the Philadelphia Phillies, who are on a playoff push. The Philadelphia Union with Across the Pitch. And, of course, the AT Birds Weekly Report Wednesday nights. They had a great guest with Rob Maddie from the AP, a great friend of the network, discussing the Philadelphia Eagles' upcoming season and what he sees in Sunday's game. So, again, make sure if you missed that on Wednesday, you check that out before Sunday's game to get you ready for game day. Sunday, still time to be determined. We don't know if it's going to be live, whatever it may be, but there probably will be a post-game show. Johnny and the crew will decide. We'll see who decides to come on. But again, if after an Eagles victory, you want to talk some more Eagles football, talk some more getting amped for the season, make sure to tune in Sunday to the AT Birds post-game show following the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. It might not be exactly right after, but shortly after, sometime between the game and the night game. So make sure to check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
But again, thank you to our sponsors. Before we get the hell out of here, I'd like to thank our friends again at Vinny's Pizza and Restaurant in Allentown.
Get your pizzas.
Order, takeout, delivery, 610-395-2300. They have a great load of specials for you Monday, Thursday, and Sunday during football. So again, make sure to check it out. Hit them up. Tell them the AT Birds crew sent you on over. I'd like to thank our friends at AllState Insurance Agency, Deborah Sigler Insurance Agency in Allentown, located in the Old Town Shopping Center as well. Get a quote today by calling 610-395-6100. Again, they specialize in auto insurance, renter's insurance, flood insurance. They have it all. Any type of insurance you need,
motorcycle insurance,
they most likely can help you today, and they do their darnest to make sure that you're saving every penny possible on your insurance policies. So again, make sure that you hit her up if you're in the Lehigh Valley and looking for a great deal and you feel you're paying too much for your auto insurance or any type of your insurance.
Yeah.
Make sure to hit her up. She might be able to help you out today.
Word.
I'd like to thank our friends at Stuff to the Grills in Allentown. Again, 484-274-6760, or visit stufftothegrills.com for the full menu and specials, catering orders as well. If you have a party coming up for game day, hit them up. They can definitely hit you up for the great sandwiches and desserts and much more at stufftothegrills.com. Forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, but look, we have some swag. If you're looking to support the network, atsportsnetwork.com/shop to check out all our great designs and new designs that Johnny's always creating on our network, on our page. So make sure to check it out as well. And then again, Philly Sports Trip. The Jets game is sold out, but you can get in line and still time to get on the October 29th game against the Commanders in Landover, traveling from Allentown for one low affordable price for $349, I believe it is. You get the ticket, you get the bus transportation, you get the tailgate, and you get the party with Eagles Nation on the road.
You don't have to buy drinks, you don't have to buy food, and
at the tailgate in the stadium, you have to pay for all that shit.
And you can take a nice dookie without having to worry about anyone knocking on your door.
So again, phillysportstrip.com. Make sure you choose Allentown if you're from the Lehigh Valley and you want to leave from Allentown, so that way you don't get stuck on a different bus. But again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Great show as always. Great season. We're looking forward to it, and we appreciate everyone that decided to tune in and support our shitty ass show and our network. So again, we appreciate it. And as we end every show here on Birds, Beards, and BS,
hey, drink them if you got them, because I did.
Yeah. He's getting hammered tonight. Party on, all.
Party. Support for AAT Sports Network is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. With this offer, you'll join over 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Enjoy 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code AAT Sports. That is AAT Sports at manscaped.com. As a married man, I have been there. Personal grooming can be difficult and pretty painful. Luckily, the Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and oh man, it is a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, a pair of performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all of your new tools. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0. This thing is the future of grooming. Because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess. You thought that was good, but want to take your grooming game even further to the next level? The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. Their Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner will change the way you approach your hygiene routine. Trust me when I say this, fellas, your balls will be thankful. To top it all off, Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort in boxers to another level. So remember, get 20% off and free shipping with the code AAT Sports at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com, and use code AAT Sports to support us. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.